Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, evening, and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda here of Psych Defender of the Fatherland, joined in here by my co-host, Basil the kitty cat, who's sort of asleep on me. So if it sounds like I'm snoring, it's not because I'm falling asleep, it's because the cat is. So just a small heads up there. In the north, it is Nicko, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, rolling out here with the glorious 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend with special operations featuring radio silence, infiltration tactics, Sturmgewehr 44, artillery flares, and command Panthers. With infantry west and south, it is PFC, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, and liberty. Taking on the role here of the let's just go with 1st Armored Division here with urban assault, featuring the urban assault equipment, Sherman assault kits, Rangers, cover to cover, and the M4 Sherman Calliope with triple infantry there. We got double reasons rifle start here for PFC, allowing to see more territory. Probably also going to try and make use of the urban assault equipment to get 2 squads with the rifle grenades firing away at the Germans. We got a double full start here for Nicko, choosing Westers here with the full screen easily in the way. Full squad number 2 setting up from the base. We got the Sturmpanzer the 5, so very aggressive spread here by Nicko as PFC keeps his forces a bit closer together, though with one squad being sent further eastwards. Still a bit of boldness there from the Americans. Second rifle on the way. First shots fired here. Vierson versus Volksgrenadiers, both rushing for the building here. One thing here that Nicko could have done, which I've personally like to do when approaching this, when I'm seeing this order the point being grabbed, is actually there's a small path here behind the house where you can do this, try and move up here and then occupy the building before the opponent reloads going, and then flank their troops that way. So, small, tiny piece of advice there if you ever find yourself on this map. Grandison pointed with the Sturmpionier. Following pushback progression, the rifle squad here, bit of damage being dealt here by PFC. Ground the western fuel point, very good here for PFC, bit rough there for Nicko, but he's got the eastern fuel with the Sturmpionier. He's also quick to lay down the Schützenmine 42. The Germans had numerous mines as the war went on, including ones that affected just made up of wood and glass, which made them more or less impossible to detect from minesweepers. Little fun fact there, of course, that bit them in the arse after the war, since they didn't mark where they were planted down in some cases, meaning in some cases, like some in Denmark, they used German prisoners of war to clear out the mines. I'm thinking like German civilians. Yeah, we weren't particularly nice about the whole thing after the war. I'll admit to that. My name's Punch coming up, then more rifles on the way there for PFC. Bit of skirmishing there. Also, another trick the Germans like to do with mines is actually booby trap the mines. So, you know, chap thinks he's got the mine, you know, disarmed, turns out he didn't. Folks, rifles got reasons all clashing up with us in victory point here. We got 496 to 497. Full squad holding up here. More mines here. Very sort of third consistent mining guys. Nicko, we got a 4th full squad away for him. We got the 1st rifle grenadier package ready here for PFC. Rifle grenades follow a variety of systems. The Americans had specialized rifle grenades. The Brits had a Mills bomb on a stick. And the Germans had a small system where you had to apply a small launcher and then you could fire rifle grenades. So, a few fun facts there. Yeah, literally the British one was basically just a Mills bomb on a stick. I just found that one a bit amusing. First of this rifle squad there. The skirmish from their fault being pushed back here. Trot on the way there for Nicko. Goodbye, going for spec ops. Obviously, was just mentioned there. Just for some reason, blank that out there, and all the excitement, the intensity of these first few minutes. We've got full squad rifle Sturmpaniers here. Sturmpaniers rifle squad, not full squad, they sit in the centre with sandbags. West side here, better skirmish. Got rifle grenade trying to blast out the Germans. Not bad there. More rifle grenades here, and I imagine again once it gets to the second upgrade is going. Of course, with all the mines that Nicko's laying down, of course he may be dissuaded towards that, and we'll probably eventually go for some minesweepers. So we'll have to, I think. We turned out there for PFC, another rifle grenade off here, quickly dodging out and then popping back in. That said, it's going to be something that's going to constantly do, since we just keep firing, you know, grenades. Out here, Sturmpaniers slowly being bled out by the rifle squad. At this range, there's been heavy cover. The Sturmpaniers aren't like doing a ton of damage, but due to the way their assault rifles have a larger dip off at medium to long range compared to other assault rifles in game. There you go, the flank of the folks in the centre. Rifle squad reasons coming in there. Go, quickly dodge that. Returning up, probably going to try and flank up here on the Sturmpaniers. There you go, quick retreat. As Nicko realizes the situation is a bit, well, terrible. Mechanized regular out there for Nicko. That will probably be a Lux, but could also be a Puma. We shall see what he goes for. We shall see what commits. The Ralph Squad's here, though. Already highly PWC commits them unless the attack needs to mine goes off, killing some of the lieutenant's men there. Rears the squad on the west retreating. Ralph Squad, it forces the Fulton is back. We'll have to see what it goes for next. Again, I would not be surprised to some minesweepers in the face of the mines, but he could also just try and, you know, stick to double rears and with Ralph grenade launchers and just that way try and blast his opponent out. Sandbags in the west here, very good. Note using the light cover naturally present on the map to then use the heavy cover to block them there, so they can't actually use the heavy cover easily. Lieutenant hits another mine, forced retreat. There we go, mines was there for PFC. They have plans of double rifle grenades. Those mines, or the plans, have been thoroughly undermined. Oh yes, I can be funny too. Anyway, still lighting away there for PFC. That will likely force Nicko at least commit him to the Puma, since while he could go for the looks, that does poorly versus the Stuart light tanks. I think here in this case, Puma's much more likely. It's going to shut down the Stuart, plus be pretty good with any armor PFC might get. So that's worth keeping in mind there. But there you go, hitting the western fuel point, and PFC due to the mines and all that is not in a great position. He needs to like rebuild his forces, counterattacks to a light tank that will help a lot. I imagine we're seeing some 50 kills as well here. Afterwards, help deal with all the infantry. Sturm Pioneer Squad flanking it, caught with the Reasons and their minesweepers. So yeah, he's going to go for that Puma, I imagine. Here again, he's likely expecting, having seen this lieutenant. I imagine he's seen it. He will expect a Stuart light tank, which of course means a Puma is going to be a prime piece of working equipment here against the Verdammte Amerikaner or sandbags. And again, note using light natural cover there to at least make it hard for the opponent to make use of the sandbags as well. West side here, Reasons, full from these riflemen all clashing out here. Rifle grenades being fired out there. Ambulance on the way there for PFC, very good. There we go, nice flank here, but Nicko sends an opportunity against PFC, seizes upon it, completely envelops here PFC's western force and routes it. Still being pushing out the Fulton grenade squad here. Troops reinforcing, soon healing. Definitely a lot of them being heavily banged up and will need some first aid here. There we go, now sitting the Stu taking down the half open. Now we got the 234-2 Puma heavy armored car here in the battlefield under Nicko's command. We'll hunt down the Stuart and knock it out as fast as possible here. So an increase in the count here for PFC. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Bazooka on the way. He is probably expecting some sort of light vehicle, so having a bazooka ready versus the Puma is better than not having a bazooka against the Puma. It's obviously not going to stop it on its own, but it may dissuade. There you go. Nice bait here by Nicko, by the way. Trying to, like, you know, make it seem like he's routine and bait the Stuart, can panzer line the Puma then to move to finish off the Stuart here. He is using here, though, trying to use the shell shock here, but it's not popping. In fact, he popped it too soon as well there. So, pretty bad situation for the Stuart light tank. Nicko really just giving PFC a nice little maneuver there. Moving up the centre with a Ralph squad. East side there sees the Fulton Grenadiers. Ralph's development here for PFC. He was looking fairly decent early on, but Nicko has turned that against him now. And now it's looking like he's controlling most of the map. He's got all victory points under control at least briefly, plus both fuel points, which is obviously a significant advantage, giving currently 3 times as much fuel per minute than PFC. So that's pretty big there for Nicko and a pretty big problem for PFC. Got weapon racks on the way there. He wants bazookas. He wants BARs. Which obviously makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Nicko's trying to upgrade some of his Fultons there with the Sturmgewehr 44. Force what they routed. Simply too many Americans, but then too many Germans attack from the North Force and the Rifle fought back there, so they have no position to hold on to. I'm a bit surprised that we aren't seeing any 50 cals from PFC. That would typically, against, you know, a heavy Fulton build be, you know, a prime pick. In fact, just tend to be, you know, a prime pick for the Americans and 1v1s no matter what, because the 50 cal is used really good, really mobile. So, bit surprising that PFC hasn't bothered with it, at least not yet. Still not racing back up the Puma. Ralph coming in there. Lieutenant quickly falling back there. PFC's not going to risk losing the Lieutenant here. Western fuel point seized, very good for him. Minor setback for Nicko, but not too big either. And we got Rangers here from PFC. Ooh la la. Chomsky, I think, would be quite a good upgrade with the Fulton is currently. We'll put a lot of pressure on them. Bleed them out rapidly. For the power of freedom, democracy, and 45 caliber rounds. Troops reinforcing healing and... Oh, cheeky PFC. He's using bazooka rangers, which get a damage bonus, amongst other things, than when using bazookas. Plus, they can penetrate more, but basically, ranged neutral bazookas can threaten a lot of armor, actually, pretty quickly with distraction. Bit of a rare strategy, but again, sometimes, you know, blooms up with the certain American players, and again, it can be dangerously effective against armor, as it can quickly tear through them if the opponent isn't expecting it. And just like suddenly, boom, 3 bazookas, since again, the Rangers, kind of like other units, equip 3 of them, you can suddenly make a really big volley of rockets that just tears out chunks of tank. And you can quickly, for example, take a Panzer IV down to roughly half health with that, since effectively you just get Panzer Shreks, but they shoot faster. So yeah. Rangers with bazookas, or paratroopers with bazookas, actually quite dangerous. But the common one is Rangers, because you equip 3 bazookas on them, which point again you just get more bonus, so you don't have to like get more infantry squads with bazookas. But anyways, we'll have to see if Nicko expects that one. It is a bit of a rare side he has of late, but again, can be quite nasty if your opponent's not expecting it. More rifle grenades here from the rear stuns. Graham Neeson's side, comes to the west side here to Nicko, who's so far handling the map quite nicely today. But Kevin have almost done. 5th cal final weather for PFC. Rangers pursuing the bazooka, and Nicko, I think, spotting there the bazooka ranger team there, quickly backs off, knowing they'll be 6 round with that Puma. That's going to be a flaming pile of scrap metal very quickly. And you feel to come an attack here on the eastern fuel point there. Need to rush here to support what that Stuart could be going to do here. 5th cal almost done for PFC. Pushing westwards with the Stuart though. Bazooka Rangers keeping nearby. Rather than any divisions there. He's using the Stuart, I think, as trying to bait in the Puma, then hammer it with the rockets. East side here, running into trouble there with the MG-34. Bazooka team moving ahead here. And Nicko very quickly backs off with the Puma. East side here, troops remain pinned down out in the open. Here, jump out, trying to rifle squad here. I mean, whipped down already a bit here. Who's in to finish them off there, clean it up. Thumbs up to Nicko. Bit dodgy here from PFC in the west side, got the full thing up, dodging a rifle grenade here. Rangers on the front. Ralph squad coming in, Stu being fixed up, 5th coming up as well. Here's centre, Ralph squad, as the full grenade is there. I'm not so sure if this was actually the best attack way to be done. The PFC, I think she actually tried to push up through here, swing around, cutting off, retreat, path, hold, catching the Puma off guard. I think that worked a bit better there for PFC versus Nicko. But there you go, going for a wipe here. Almost got them annihilated. One more hit. Can he manage it? There you go, bazooka finished off there, Ludwig. Certainly not a lucky Ludwig there for Nicko. Meanwhile there, schwerer Panzer up there for Nicko. Graham, there's the eastern points there. Seizing in the western part of the rifle squad. Puma hanging back here for Nicko. Lieutenant Rayson setting out, Stuart setting out as well. 7 kills, half 8 of 2 back hits, reinforcing healing for PFC. Got to come against great understood light tank. Puma moves in there as well. Rangers are nearby, but again, oh, opportunity to take it out. There we go. Only 2 far. He didn't get triple bazookas on them. He moved too fast, I guess, or crept the bazooka on something else. Grenade assault the Lieutenant, very good there, but only 2 bazookas. But even they can see that it took the Puma a lot of damage in there, down to half health, in fact. So that's going to be out the fighting for at least a bit of time here for Nicko. He starts jump coming up again. We got 469 to 351. Nicko so far leading nicely versus PFC. And the far west, we got the Fultoners plus a replacement on there for Nicko. He could, of course, consider Oberzone, but I guess Nicko isn't particularly interested in that. Schwerer Panzer called us up. Storm Punch walk up the Ralph squad, so that'd be pretty good there for PFC. Rangers sneaking about, still light tank being fixed up. No tech yet here for PFC, for freedom and democracy. MG-34 being handed back. Far west here, we got a small attack there, which with only 1 5th cal to hold it back is largely successfully, I think, for Nicko. 5th cal retreating. He could have tried turning around, but the problem was 2 squads on either side and knowing his opponent's access to an infiltration grenade assault. There's, of course, a good chance there he would have been grenaded and just lost the machine gun, which would be great for Nicko and, of course, terrible for PFC. Bazooka teaming up the west side here, looking to screen the Stuart from a potential Puma dive there. Kevin opening up, misses the Stuart. Ralph Gold moving up. He could chuck a Molotov here. There we go. East center here. Ralph Gold moving up. We got the Puma nearby. We got no kills on. We got better 2-1. 469 was the 325. Bazooka fire from the Rangers. Bring up this into the echelons. Okay, nothing further going on there for PFC. Bit of back and forth. There you go. Puma sneaking up there. Rangers moving as well. The father Bazooka too soon. Stuart also there. We got 8 kills on it between the two. Need to get that victory point. Of course, more importantly, to get some fuel. And he is taking up, I believe, got Major on the way, plus another 5th kill here for PFC. Following pursuit of the Lieutenant. Hounded down by Lieutenant Jones and his men. 5th come up to support operations in the centre. West side here is being gobbled up by Nicko and the Third Reich. First on the Lieutenant, 2nd, 5th kill almost under for PFC. Reactions routed. Doing punch being hammered with the 5th kill to taking nasty from the Puma. 2nd, 5th kill ready there. Eastern side being gobbled up by Democracy. And the Major is almost done for PFC. Will of course be going for Shams and Black Lock in the Bulldozer kits, since that's going to make them harder for Nicko's Puma at least to deal with. Plus in Panther Force will struggle a bit with them. That said, PFC of course has probably reduced his punch, gone for urban assault, and so maybe planning something a bit harder hitting than a Panzer IV here versus potential assault Shermans, or upgraded Shermans. Technically the assault Sherman, the Jumbo Sherman, was a specific Sherman with a lot more frontal armor than the average tank. Assault off here. And you effectively had like 2 versions of that. You had some ones like, shall we say, frontline workshop versions, then you had like the ones like made for it back in the United States from ship to, to Europe. Oh, of course, we got some beers up there for PFC. That's very great there for his infantry. Let's do it down to, well, less than half up. Also halfway to the on the eastern side again. It looks like another push here by Nicko using radio silence to boost his infantry. Got a Panther Multiplier there for Nicko. So apparently he is not concerned about the Shem there. Gonna assault here, pushing retreat. They're almost getting a full wipe there. And you're focusing on assault, going to increase the chance to wipe here. Very good by Nicko, and yeah, chances of getting wiped now I think are very high, unless PFC gets very lucky, which it looks like he does. But perhaps not lucky enough. There you go, another full squad moving in there. Good work there by Nicko, good work, thumbs up. Return moving in, Reason's moving up with their mines. We've got, more importantly, the Bazooka Rangers. Now fully equipped with 2 bazookas. Grand Western Point. Close to a Sherman here for PFC, but still a bit to go here versus Nicko and the Germans. No falling back here for Nicko. We got Vetchi 2-1 killed, and there you go. Panther IV Mod Gay ready to arrive here for Nicko for Deutschland. There we go. Panther IV Mod Gay out. Close on missions as the Pinman machine gun, but not quite there either. MU34 they're suppressing. Veterancy 2 gained. Very good there for him. Meanwhile, PFC's 50 kills has quite yet to do spike heavy lifting there. Fans from the west side picked up a Lundsturm Pioneer squad. Need the Bazooka Rangers nearby, but they seem to be a more part of the centre. That said, right now I think there's a great opportunity to flank the Panzer IV right now with the Rangers. Move up here, boom, hit the Panzer IV from the rear of the Bazookas, maybe use the Stuart, but no. Moves up the Ranger squad here towards the front. Oh, now he's going for the flank, but it might be a bit too late here. Still nearby supporting. Oh dear, Nicko's going straight into the bazookas. There you go. Ooh, one bounced. Another went through there. Very good there. Another series rockets. There you go. Down to 1/3 of the health. Very good there. There's still been nearby to like assist. Maybe some units to like snare it up. That probably could be the end of the Panther IV there. So Nicko got kind of lucky there. A bit brazen there with the Panther IV. There were also Ranger Bazooka team there about. Not shoving away there for PFC for freedom and democracy. Ralph's got against the foot within you from up. I think that's going to be a losing fight here. Needs more support. And there's just them on the right flank. Hey Sarge, where's the rest of the army? Somewhere else. Oh god damn it, not again. From raiding the base here, but there you go. Bazooka Rangers opening up. One rock, I think 2 rockets actually. Another hit there. Oh, grenade fired as well. They just to show off, and bazookas missed, but still Puma almost down there. Still, PFC remains on the back foot here versus Nicko, who remains on the initiative. He's the one pressuring. He is the one who knocks. Continuing as the Fulton stood moving up, engaging the foot line heavy cover. Sherman almost down there for PFC. And there we go. Let the Bulls blade obviously for increased health and armor. Which puts it in terms of like at least health and actually in terms of armor puts it at roughly a power of the Panther Model J, but actually gives us more health than the Panther Model J. But it has then more abilities in the Panther Model J, particularly with the Urban Assault. We also get access to the white phosphorus shells. It effectively comes in most ways a better Panther Model J. The only real advantage at this point the Panther Model J has on the Bullets Sherman is slightly higher penetration. On the other hand, again, the Sherman has better high explosive shells, white phosphorus shells, smoke, and it can self-repair. And I believe the also plus this entire package is effectively cheaper as well. So yeah. Anyways, Stuart here, Sherman versus the Panther 4. All the plates almost done. Stuart was knocked out to ace level. One thing he could consider, of course, is switching out the Stuart crew for the Sherman crew. Giving the Sherman a bit of an extra boost here, and as soon as it's out, which I think would be a great idea for PFC. Would be a great idea. Nice hit from the Panther on the infantry. Sherman got Bulls of Blade ready. Use the big port ceased. Panther 4 hold back. Heavy damage. Pool moving up there. Veterancy 2. Bazooka Rangers very close to Veterancy 2 there for PFC. Germany some fuel point. Moving westwards with the Sherman. Sending off on its own. Landing the 50 cal. Not entirely sure what he's doing there, possibly hoping to spot some mines. 50 cals are being held eastward, but they're going to be faster for, I think, secure the eastern fuel point. Sherman's getting the Fultons here. Going for it, there you go, gets a quick kill there on Gefreiter Ludwig's team, and there you go, almost wiped out in fact. Down to 2 men, low on health, bleeding out. Eastside here, 50 cal gun against the Fultons. There we go, the Panther to assist. Bazooka Rangers moving up here, engaging the Puma, gaining message in the process. Sherman is racing alongside the Stuart, can't push through the centre of the Rangers, which is then U-54 there, nice hit by Nicko. But Kevin's on the west side here. Bit of light artillery could be MDF for PFC. Of course, he might have planned the Calliope, but a mortar could also go a long way for him. And Nicko, of course, could maybe at some point benefit from back-taking from our infantry guns. Grenade is sold off here, killing himself rifleman. Panther 4 they're finding away. They're finding, of course, a good chunk at the front now between PFC and Nicko. Good deal of fighting across the front here between these two commanders. Down the eastern point. Arm being held back. Quiet. Let's both reorganize and plan things up. PFC seems to be a bit unsure as to what direction to go in next. He could consider fuel caches. You go for another 50. Mortar again would be a great idea. You'd also go for a Ranger score more. Maybe equip this one with the Thompsons. For a bit of assault elements, because the Thompson Ranger think be quite good here versus all of Nicko's Fulton Commandeers. There you go, Sherman eastwards. Light hit from the Puma. Second shot misses. Panther 4 sitting out. Through the centre. Bazooka Rangers are... looks like they're trying to sneak up the Puma there. Don't dislike that at all. Panther moving through, they're getting their T2. We've got 7 kills on it. 7. So it fires, shot bounces, unsurprisingly, Fox from out on the left flank here. Sherman being hold back here for repairs. PFC's not going to risk it. He also probably spot in this case the Kevin apples, which means he's even less likely going to risk that, obviously. Starting to put a lot of power here. Not entirely sure what PFC's planning. There you go though. Panther fall down to half health, then being connected with a few well-played bazooka shots. Nicko could go for a Command Panther. That could be quite effective here versus PFC. Could also just go for more Panther 4s, we don't think it'd be entirely out of place either. And there you go, Befehlspanzer Kampagnen 5 out for Nicko. Troops reinforcing hitting back there. Goes for the 5th cal, forcing on to retreat there. As while it does have armor piercing rounds, they can't penetrate enemy to 80mm of CoH2 steel. That one is not happening. Got another Ranger squad out. He's forming another Bazooka team. So that's 2 Bazooka Ranger teams. That is definitely not something to see a lot of. Like, you can catch the tanks off guard if you like to do a lot of tough damage with them. But the trick, of course, is the tank's just going to back off it. So you need to, like, effectively try and flank the tanks, like launching a deep flank, and then catch them with the bazookas, and that way hammer them. So even like they try to escape, it's going to line aside all the bazookas. But there you go, more bazooka fire here. Panther down to half health here. We got radio silence. Rockwood right in the centre. Panther full Puma nearby. Bazooka Rangers still moving ahead here. West side, there, a bit of skirmish. Got jump hard pushing up there. Lieutenant grabbing the point here. No fifth cal to the front line for the most part, I think. Here they got one there. And the others back at base being hold forward. Can go for the Calliope now. Which, versus some old Nicko's like bunched up infantry support weapons, could be an idea. Though obviously needs to be mindful of the Command Panther and Panther 4. But the Calliope could work out. Could be an idea. Could actually maybe get him some wipes against Nicko, which would be great here for PFC. We got 448 versus 204. Fifth cal Bazooka Rangers opening up on the Germans. Fifth cal wiped out. Pretty great there for Nicko. Getting rid of one of those is huge. No sign of the Calliope here for him. There we go. You can see that just with the one volley of all these bazookas, the Panther 4 is down to maybe a quarter of health here. Grenades off in the full grenadiers. Double grenades, in fact, almost getting wiped there, but lucky there for Nicko, did not actually happen. Parts of the PFC is planning. Is it another Sherman? Is it a Jackson or is it a Calliope? Though again, both could, like all three options can, for varying reasons, I think be considered valid. Troops reinforcing healing, and I'm not entirely sure which one here would be the most optimal. Though part of me might again just go for the Calliope, due to again the narrow natures of the map at times, plus again the way fact Nicko times does bunch up stuff, particularly Ken now, meaning the Calliope could deliver some crashing blows here to Nicko that would leave the armor a bit more easy to deal with. Plus, like, he's got again the Ranger bazookas, so like you can clear up the supporting elements. Again, the Rangers can get much closer to the tanks, and that way deal with them anyway. So, but anyways, that's just my perspective. Sherman there bouncing a shot from the Puma. Center got Ralph's box suppressed here, but then you fit 4 now. Veteran 3, in fact, closing Veteran 4 very rapidly. Ralph's got going for the push from the west. Panther moving east was there, close to Veteran 1 there. Larger scale assault on the west here. Nicko's holding the line with the Puma and a few infantry squads there as the first armor division goes in for the kill. Big push here. Rangers could have gone for a slightly deeper flank here, I think. Had a better chance of cutting off the Puma's retreat path, to be honest. Radio silence. Up in the center, we got Panther moving forwards there. Moving up the eastern side. Could catch PFC off guard if he's relying too much on the main map. He'll not be able to detect what's going on in time. Got a wipe here, Nicko. Got a wipe, very good in the center of the troops right as Nicko's assault goes in. Then we got the Command Panther raiding the base. Going for killing the ambulance. Thumbs up there. Great play there. Leaving PFC a bit rather. We got the M56 Jackson tanks on the way there though for PFC. Rangers setting out. Sherman up. Great hit on the Fulton Grenadiers. Oh, bazooka drop on the Rangers. Bazooka drop. Bugged up a bit too much along the Panther. Great hits. There you go. Bazooka left behind. Panther 4 on the move here. Blitzkrieg advance there. Increasing its rate of 5 besides its speed here. Lieutenant up there. More bazooka find the Panther 4 almost being knocked out here. Stewart though taken up with the Panther 4. Sherman headed. Jackson tanks are halfway done here. Full PFC, but there you go. Panther flanking the Sherman. Do we get coordinated fire on it? No, we do not. Panther, of course, doesn't have munitions for it. Orbs on there for Nicko to replace the falling Fulton Grenadiers. More bazooka fire here. Panther taking a few hits there. Wow, that Ranger squad needs to be reinforced entirely. It's down to just one man. West side here, finally got the Puma going in here. Diving in, backed up with some infantry. Jackson almost done there. 4 PFC. We got 448 versus 129. Sherman on the move there for PFC. 10 kills. Strong Pioneer squad routed. East side we got the Ops moving in there. No upgrades for them yet. He doesn't have munitions, so it seems to be one thing that is recurring here for Nicko, a shortage of munitions. Bit quiet here. Let's see what PFC goes for next. Center's defended, east side being gobbled up, but it's slightly defended. Most side is where most of the forces are. Meanwhile, over Zama's back at base getting repaired. Panther, Panzer IV, and Puma. Grab Eastern Point. German Jacks on the move here. Great get the Jackson here by the cabinet, very good. Sherman gets a great hit, almost taking on the entire Volkswagen squad there.
A capture point is under attack. Friendly's down to 100 points.
99 points there for PFC as he launches another frantic assault on the western victory point. East side again lightly defended here. The west side is not too heavily defended either for now. Rangers taking a few hits there from the Puma, but nothing significant. Panther IV there, very close to F3. They're quiet there back at the base for Nicko for Deutschland. Jackson with light damage, Sherman good to go. 12 kills, veterans he1. Command Panther looks like going to try another raid here. He's probably hoping that PFC's gone for another ambulance already, though it's only now on its way. Or he might be planning just to raid the base, or being flanked through the base behind PFC's front. I'm going to see without him going against Jackson here. Misses the Panther. Panther getting veterans he1 here. 75 points left there for PFC. Also holding up, getting the Inflict Sturmgewehr 44. And there you go, another ambulance ready here for PFC. And the center showing up back to the reaction. We've got the Rangers there flanking the caught here with the infantry force suppressed. I think the Scout Panther forward, it's hard to say there. Either way, Rav squad crushed for the Panther IV. Rangers need to get out of there. We got Comet Blitz here. Down there go grenades off, but they're doing nothing against the might of the now dead to the Panther IV. Jackson almost knocked hit by the Kevin of the Panther IV. The Rangers can't easily hit there. The terrain is blocking against double suppressor fire there. Command Panther flanking, taking out the Jackson. Sherm getting knocked as well with the Command Panther. Huge losses here for PFC. Massive staggering blows here. There we go. Sherman takes a few extra hits before it cooks up. And the Command Panther's on the move. It's on the march. Lieutenant ready, but might be able to spot the ambulance, take it out. He just hit it by accident. Hard to say here what will happen. No, backs off with it. And we can see here though, PFC is quick to pop out the medics just to make sure he doesn't lose them at least. He doesn't lose healing. There you go. Nicko backs off. Going for less than victory point. Got a bit of trouble. Almost 54 Panther full strikes here. Fifth count down to 2 men. Down to 1 man. You got 68 versus 448. Bazooka fire down the Panther IV. Heading east, we'll see with the rifle squad.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
Fifth car they're trying to recruit, but it's getting constantly cleared up by the Germans. Holding up the centre. West east side we got slow advance here by PFC. Probably should go faster and harder for the eastern victory point. Defending a bit of trouble. He's also researched grenades, by the way. So that's nice there. But he's short on armor, and he really could do with some artillery. Definitely feel like that's one of the things here that PFC would benefit a lot from this match. I mean, it could be argued just trying to use the reassons with the rifle grenades as artillery, but at that point, I think need a few more of them to really make that work. Rather than just one guy with a rifle grenade launcher, he'd need at least like a couple of them to at least lay down something resembling some sort of artillery coverage. Obviously in trouble with the 5th gun on the east. We got 23 points over PFC versus Nicko's 448. $12 kills on those reactions. There you go, 13 kills. We got cover to cover. Nice. Using it on the Schwerpunkt core, just smooth that up. The promise is still an Ace MG34, which pretty much stops the assault's tracks. And there you go, PFC surrenders, a loss for freedom, a loss for democracy, a victory for Deutschland. A nice little fight here. PFC certainly had some unorthodox tactics and strategies, but I feel like a part of the issue was just at times we played too defensively, too passively, And at times you also just missed opportunities. I think large flanks and Nicko that could actually done some damage. So I feel like there's some issues there for PFC. Plus the artillery issue I think was also been crucial. One is going to be easy for Nicko to hold critical points and just slow down PFC. So there you go. Hope you got this match. I learned something from it. If you subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell the family, but don't tell enemies. This is Impel Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. Up tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.